put this all together. When we talk about polynomial functions, we look at end behavior. Okay, we look at a polynomial function equals some number a times x to some power, and then there can be more terms in here, and it ends in our c, which is, we know that c is the y-intercept. So we just look at a and n. Those are the all important things to look at in any polynomial function. And it is, first off, if a is positive and n is even, then the graph is going to look something like a quadratic. And we now know that the limit as x goes to positive infinity of f of x, the limit goes to infinity. We're talking about right there. And the limit of f of x as x goes to negative infinity, it also goes to infinity. All right, the next thing is using the same function. If a is negative and n is even, then it looks like a quadratic again. All right, something like that. And it's same kind of thing. The limit of f of x as x goes to infinity. Now the limit goes to negative infinity. You saw that right there. And the same thing for the limit of f of x as x goes to negative infinity. The graph still goes to negative infinity. All right, charging along. Okay, when we have a function, leading coefficient of a, power of n, we can have much more terms, but they really don't affect the general shape of the graph and the end behavior. So I put a c in there to realize c is always going to be your y-intercept. And now what we're going to say is if a is positive and n is odd, then the general shape is a cubic. All right, I don't know how many humps there's going to be in there, if you will. And we know now that the limit of f of x as x goes to infinity, goes to positive infinity, the limit of f of x as x goes to negative infinity is negative infinity. All right, so that part, is that part of your graph? And we're talking about here is that part of the graph. And then just to wrap things up, now if a is negative and n is odd, same kind of thing happens, except we get a flip. For every odd powered function, and let's just write it out. So now the limit of f of x as x goes to infinity, it's going to go to negative infinity, and the limit of f of x as x goes to negative infinity is going to be positive infinity.